Welcome back. In one of his last acts as governor, John Kasich recently granted clemency to a Cleveland woman who killed her abusive boyfriend. Thomia Hunter stabbed and killed Andrew Harris during a fight 15 years ago. That's after Harris attacked her. He frequently abused Hunter, but evidence of battered women's syndrome was not presented at her trial. She was convicted of murder and sentenced to life in prison. With the help, though, of the Ohio Justice and Policy Center's Incarcerated Survivors of Domestic Violence Project, the true story came out. Hunter will be released from prison later this year. I am joined now by attorney Tiffany Smith. I want to thank you for being here. And what was the straw that broke the camel's back in finally getting this result?
I think people needed to understand the full story.
Okay.
It's easy to say somebody who stabbed somebody 22 times should go to prison for murder. But if you don't understand the background and why she was afraid for her life that night, and that she didn't stab him 22 times, she flailed a knife around trying to get him away from her after she told him to leave. She told him no, and she tried kicking at him, and nothing worked until he chased her, grabbed her by the neck, lifted her off the floor, and she grabbed a knife.
Yeah. So what made people listen now? What do you think it was that made people listen now?
I think we have more knowledge about domestic violence now than we did back 15 years ago.
Another clemency recently made really big news. A Tennessee woman named Cyntoia Brown had her sentence overturned.
Yes.
So how many more women do we think are out there who are in prison under similar circumstances?
More than we can imagine. We have a case in Ohio, Alexis Martin, who is very, very similar circumstances to Cyntoia Brown. And I've been part of a project working on seeking the release of women who've been incarcerated for the death of their domestic abusers, and that fell 25 women in my lap. So
25.
25.
Wow. Before we leave, what's next for Thomia?
Thomia will do the reintegration program at the Ohio Reformatory for Women, and when she's released, she'll go to a halfway house to ease her way into it and enjoy her family, continue her college education, get her bachelor's degree, and she wants to take a nice, long, hot bubble bath with lots of bubbles. Understood.
15 years is a long time.
Yes.
All right. Thanks for joining us and for
much.
sharing this story. We really appreciate it, Tiffany.
Thank you.